This is our third tool, the habit changer. One that I feel has had the most change in my life as far as effect for the rest of my life. And it's helped me to overcome numerous habits. I won't get into too much detail, but today, to make it personal for me and to make it easier for me to talk about it, and this also might apply to you as I feel it applies to a lot of people, is a habit of constantly judging what we're doing and whether we should release it or whether we shouldn't release it. Is it good enough? Is it, I don't know, I don't know if other people are going to like it. And for me, what this did is it held me back from doing a lot of things. Even with these videos, I wanted to redo them all because I didn't feel like they were good enough. And if I were to look back on this one probably would have never been released too. But with the habit changer, that's helped me to change that and give me actual tangible results from my efforts. To start off, we write our first, our habit just up at the top here, right there. And I used to want things to be perfect before I presented them to the world. And it didn't really feel good. It became a source of kind of anguish in my life, and I really felt like it was time to change that. So now, underneath the list here, we would want to list the different painful results that came from my habit. My first one is I shared less value with the world, meaning I couldn't give as much because I was judging so much, if I gave anything at all, because so much of it wouldn't get through my sifting process. I devalued myself. I didn't feel all that valuable, first of all, because other people couldn't see the value that I was providing because I had no tangible results, because none of it got through my sifting process of judgment and being like, this isn't good enough, this isn't good enough, this isn't good enough, I want to change this, and endless amounts of change that I could create before I could present it, which held back everything. And if I didn't value myself, then how am I supposed to be excited about other people's progression? You can't just become a tree. You have to start off in a stage where you learn and you kind of grow towards that. And I couldn't accept that stage for myself, so it became very difficult for me to accept that for other people as well. I didn't have anything to show for my efforts. I mentioned this before, that if you can't let go and be like, this is what I'm giving, this is what I'm giving, this is a part of my growth, this is a step to something else, then everyone kind of looks and is like, oh, I don't know what you've created. And I repelled others with my judgment because no one wants to be around someone who's not going to encourage their growth, who just wants them to be perfect all the time. I'm going to stop myself there because it feels pretty much like my habit sucks a lot, and that's what this page's purpose is just to make you realize what effect this habit is having on your life and to want to change it, to fully be invested in not having this in your life anymore. Step number 2 is about feeling how amazing it is that you've changed this habit and all the different positive things that are going to come from it. We just went over all the different things that suck about your old habit. Now we want to go to the other side of that and really feel how amazing it is that you've changed it. So my first one is I create massive value for the world. So instead of judging everything all the time, where I wasn't really producing a whole lot in a lot of different ways, I now create massive value for the world because I'm putting out everything that I can as a step towards creating even better things for the world and myself. I encourage other people's success, which just, it feels amazing to see someone else progress from their, making little things, maybe little scrapbooks or whatever, to making full-on books or whatever else. Everything feels more like a step towards success instead of that you need to be perfect right now. I love it. And I open myself up to way more opportunity because if I'm not stuck making everything perfect before I release it, then I can move on to other things. Maybe I'm not meant to do a certain thing, I'm just supposed to release something crappy, and then it leads me towards being perfect in some other thing, or not being perfect at all. I don't know. I'm opened up to way more opportunity. More people want to be around me because everyone wants to be around the person that's excited about all your different steps to success. I feel better. I don't feel like there's anguish in my life about this, and I don't feel the negativity of myself and creating that between myself and other people. I feel better. I feel excited about life because I'm excited about every step along the way. It's not that I'm excited about that final project, that final perfection. I'm excited about every single step because perfection doesn't really matter anymore. Everything is amazing. I build a larger portfolio of accomplishment. I have more to show for what I create and what I do in life. I have more to give. I can accept more. Life just becomes an exciting roller coaster. Step number 3. This is something where you want to be really, really extreme and drastic. You want to feel like you really don't want this to happen. You really don't want to have to do this, so that your mind is consciously looking for the signs of this habit coming up so that you avoid it like the plague. For me, that's going to be anytime I see myself devaluing myself or others, I have to say aloud my thoughts. I have to tell someone that I think they suck. I mean, that feels pretty horrible to me. And if I do it at all, I think it would only take one look, one facial expression to make me never ever do it again. Step number 4. This is where you want to write down your new behavior that is easy and convenient and suits you better than the old one does. You want to make sure this is something that you consciously want to have in your life, whereas the old habit was something that you didn't enjoy, so this is a new replacement habit. Mine is I always look at everything as a step towards success and growth, where a sapling turns into a tree. Whatever I'm doing now will turn into eventual success. This is step number 5. Imagine the sight, sound, scent, taste, and touch of yourself performing these new habits instead of the old. Do this many, many times. I imagine myself being with other people and having them show me something, and whereas I used to judge them and what they are doing, I see myself offering an authentic enthusiasm for what they're doing and really feeling good about giving them the enthusiasm that they're looking for to encourage their growth into new things. I imagine myself doing this and seeing the look on their faces as they receive this. Someone else really feeling that what they're doing is amazing and that they're on the road to success, or maybe this is the success that they've always wanted. I imagine that after all this happens and throughout a period of time, they will feel so grateful to have had that beginning person, that first person to really feel how what they're doing is just amazing and being thanked by them for encouraging their growth. I see myself offering this enthusiasm and then receiving it back. Because when someone gets something that is so authentic and so beautiful, they want to give that back to you. They give that enthusiasm back. And seeing myself grow through that and going through my own changes and own little phases and receiving their enthusiasm back to me. And I feel like I could go on for a very, very long time imagining all the different sights and sounds and tastes, and that if I ever feel the draw of my old habit, I'll remember this, and I'll remember this feeling of how amazing it is to really be into this habit, this new habit that I have consciously chosen for myself. Step number 6. Feels amazing to have gotten this far. I already feel like my old habit's gone, and when I think about that first step, I no longer think of it as present tense, but it feels like it's really changed now, in that I can imagine myself in a situation and I see myself reacting differently. And that's what step number 6 is all about, is test out your own reactions and responses, as well as testing out the consequences of this new habit on your life and those around you. So I'm going to write there, I picture myself watching this video and feeling great about it. This is a step to even better videos. Whereas in the past, I saw myself looking at it and being like, oh, I should change this isn't right, that, oh, I can do that better, oh, I don't like my smile, I don't like my laugh. I now see myself watching this video and feeling amazing about how this is going to be a step to even better videos, to being even more connected to the people that are watching it, and being able to even more effectively communicate what I'm trying to express. This feels like a completely different reaction than I would have had in the past, and I see this continuing with other things, like when I watch performances or when I'm performing, or perhaps when I'm watching someone else. I see myself reacting differently to their own performance and seeing them, and instead of looking at, oh, you should improve this, you should improve that, being excited about what they're doing right now. It feels like a weight has been lifted off of me. I feel freer, I feel lighter, I feel better about my life and the people around me and about my own future and success. When you do your own habit changer, I see that you're going to feel this way too, and that you're going to feel amazing about watching yourself and seeing yourself in those old scenarios where it used to bring up your old habits and now reframing it and doing it differently. I truly, truly hope that this video has helped you into embracing your old habits and creating ones that support the you that you want to be, and that you'll watch future videos in my own growth as I make them, and you'll be able to see my own steps to success as I make these videos and see yourself change before your eyes through the habit changer. Thank you so, so much for taking steps to make your life better and helping me to make better videos in the future.